very long day at the Undercover Policing Inquiry. We've been listening to the evidence of HN65 all day, and yeah, it's been long. I'm joined with Donal from the Undercover Research Group. What do you thought of today's hearings?
Oh, it was a tough one. There was a lot of very uninspiring exploration of why CND was being targeted. Lots of justifications of trying to say, oh well, but it was interesting. Well, like he started off by saying it's like what we were doing was simply what we did in Special Branch. He's one of the clearest examples of like this isn't just the SDS. This is the entire modus operandi of Special Branch, and that I think is actually quite an important part. It's like all this intelligence gathering. Is it exceptional? It's not exceptional.
No,
It's in these files.
He was quite blasé about that, wasn't he? I think also the thing about like reporting on the Labour Party, he was quite blasé. Well, of course, that was just,
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff which I think he was quite, his casualness about it really didn't show how significant a lot of these things were, but I think they were significant, right?
Yeah, and it was also quite clear that he was specifically targeted into, I say, NVDA as if it's an organisation.
Yeah.
And they've clearly sent him into the League for Socialist Alternatives or something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere. He sort of drifts out, and then they go, right, we need you to look at Greenpeace. Not Greenpeace, CND.
CND, yeah.
CND,
It's a long day. It's been a long day. Yeah.
And he's one of the funny ones was saying, "Oh yeah, I wasn't the chair.
Oh God, that was weird. Like
he's in position for 2 years, and he keeps saying that he's a facilitator, and he believed in non-hierarchical organisation or something like that. It's like, are you an anarchist?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't wash. Like, really didn't wash. I mean, there was a lot of stuff as well. I mean, like he said, he was only tasked to go into CND after he'd been in
the League,
which was some splinter from the International Marxist Group. But like, I didn't really buy it. I mean, like as Mitting pointed out at the end, there was like 30 odd reports on CND before he was supposedly tasked to infiltrate them.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that didn't add up. I think Mitting was very much on it. And he was also pointing out he came out of the League, there was a gap, and then his intelligence starts appearing. But the thing is, we don't know how much was other reporting of people, other plainclothes cops turning up, and there's clearly evidence of that, like the Bonser turning up at the demo and getting sent in.
Yeah. No, there's definitely like a real sort of reticence to say that like, oh yeah, we targeted CND because whatever. Because there was this and the numbers had gone up, and we'd never thought of infiltrating before I was deployed, and then afterwards not at all. But when I was there, it was important.
So it's quite interesting, and it clearly matched up with what we heard yesterday about basically Greenham Common comes along. Cruise missiles are coming in. There's a lot of interest. Maggie Thatcher's quite important. Actually, there's an interesting thing about Maggie Thatcher we should come back to on. And then they actually set up a desk within C Squad, and then he goes in. So he's basically supplying most of the intelligence. And he said, "Oh, we're not inventing. It's all about these subgroups. It's about the entryists into CND and who controlled it. And then it's like there's all these people doing NVDA." And that's what he was really there for. It was really for the NVDA. There was lots of this, but he was smooth. He was good in that sense.
Yeah.
But his story just doesn't quite add up, and you can start seeing as you go into it more and more afraid. The thing about Maggie Thatcher was there was talk about doing leafleting in Finchley, which was her constituency during the elections. And he said, well, why? And they were literally just going to go out. The local CND group was going to go out and do leafleting. I said, well, why are you reporting on this? And he says, well, her Special Branch minders, she loved having Special Branch things. It's actually one of the things the reason initially they wanted to take protection out of Special Branch, but she wanted Special Branch protection officers, so they kept it in.
Right.
So this is a compound. You quite often see close links between the undercovers and the protections officers at some point. But his reason for gathering intelligence was so that her Special Branch minders would have knowledge and know what to expect. It's a bit weird, but also that meant she would be. It's a direct conduit for her to find out where did this information come from. Why do you suddenly know this about my constituency? So it's like there's things that could have been pushed a bit more there.
Sure, very much. I think. Yeah.
And one of the other big things I think that came out was they all knew about Rick Clark and Vince Harvey. In fact, Vince Harvey had actually mentioned he had a sexual relationship.
Yeah,
it was common knowledge.
Common knowledge.
And this wasn't.
That was the word you used.
Well, after things, this was while they were serving.
Yeah, particularly the Rick Clark one. He said, that everybody knew about that.
Yeah.
That it was,
And it wasn't just like, he was confronted. He was confronted because he had sexual relationships
Yes.
that led to suspicions.
yeah. Yeah.
People think.
So yeah, that was very clear, and something which other undercover officers have been obviously been lying about.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
Or less than forthcoming in their vagueness.
yeah, less than forthcoming in their vagueness is a form of lying, kids. Just because we've been surrounded by legalese and lawyers doesn't mean we have to talk like them. Is there anything else? I can't be honest. It's been such a long day. I'm kind of brain dead. I've been tweeting all day. If you're not following it on Twitter, you'll see hundreds of tweets. So I'm a bit brained. I can't think of anything else to say about it. Have you got anything else to add?
I think they were the main points. It's like it was not an exciting day for
was
them.
dry.
It was very dry.
Yeah. And if Donal's saying it's dry in a bad way, that means it was really fucking dry. Because this man lives for this dry shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Not anymore.
Fair play. All right, thanks for joining us. I'll try and do a Twitter Spaces later. It might be quite a short one because it's late already and I'm knackered. Back again tomorrow where we have some of the Greenham women giving evidence, two, I believe. So thanks.
Jen Hickman and Hilary Moore.
Yeah, Jen Hickman and Hilary Moore. So join us then. Same bat time, same bat channel. Cheers, guys. Bye.